Counter-Strike betting is no different from betting on real sports. There are no guarantees or safe bets. Any team can beat any other team, and upsets do happen. Smart betting consists of research, guts, patience, and instinct to bet on the appropriate matches that have a value worth the risk ratio of odds, potential payout, and risk. Please bet responsibly and for fun, as taking this too seriously will take over your life. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Evo, and we are back with the results for the first four matches of September 3rd, as well as my future predictions for the rest of the matches of today, as constantly throughout the day and throughout the weeks they are adding more games like as the day goes on, so it's tough to have a completely updated list the day prior as I was trying to do. But basically I want to go over things with the first four matches today. So I went 2-2 with my bets so far, but for anyone who watched those games, you'll realize that how close both of the losses were, and I am not ashamed on betting or regret on betting either of those teams, because the Dignitas Mercenary game could have easily been in Dignitas's favor, and BST I thought had convincingly won the game, and between probably 15 pauses on NIP's side, the momentum from them was just absolutely shattered after an incredible CT side. So again, I do not regret that decision at all. That was BST's game to win. And just unfortunately, just NIP apparently was getting DDoSed, and that momentum really crushed BST's plague, because as a new team, they suffer a lot more from lack of momentum, whereas, you know, NIP is going to play pretty much the same whether they're on momentum or not. Anyways, though, so Fnatic, our first bet that I just recommended you bet very big on, was a win. So that was like our biggest bet of the day, was a victory, which is good. Mercenary versus Dignitas, which was our medium bet, which is also a medium risk. We did lose 16-11. Dignitas performed very well. Unfortunately, their fifth MSL, I'd given a lot more credit than he performed today. Easily the worst Counter-Strike I've ever seen from this player. When he was playing on my XMG, he was holding down B site with an auto sniper and getting like 4 or 5 kills every single round for like 5 rounds in a row. I shit you not, go look at the VOD. And it was incredible. It was incredible stuff. And I was expecting him to carry over that same skill into the Dignitas game. Maybe he threw for skins, I don't really know, but ultimately he was pre-performed really weak. Shox was playing incredible as well. Smiths was just dominating on the op, and Dig won the second half pistol to come back from a 10-5 T side, which was like, or sorry, they were on CT, and it looked pretty grim there, but they won the pistol to come back from that. So it was nice to see them bring it back to 11-16. I thought it was going to be a bigger stomp than that. Virtus Pro versus Hellraisers. I guess you guys, I could have recommended betting a little bit more on that. I only recommended a low to medium bet on that game. Virtus Pro did absolutely stomp them as predicted on Mirage, because that is VP's map. Granted, VP almost played without Bialy. Bialy connected in like the last 30 seconds before they were going live. Originally, they were going to play with Mishu, a substitute, so could have gone a different way, but fortunately, Virtus Pro won that one. And the fourth game of the day, NIP 16-12 to BST. Now, this game again, BST started on CT side. Like they had really early aggression. FXEO and Uzi performed very well, clutching 3 to 4 rounds independently. And they had an 11-4 half. And I totally am a big believer of, if they hadn't have lost so much momentum due to pauses, they easily could have won the rest of the games. Alright, now as far as game 1 is concerned, SapphireKelowna.com versus Elevate. Sapphire Kelowna is 2-3 in their last 5 matches, whereas Elevate is 1-4. This is the best of 1 on cash on ESCA. In the head-to-head matchup, Elevate is 1-0. As far as I know, like the research for these like tier 2 teams is really difficult to find. HLTV doesn't have great coverage, and I mean I can pull through CEVO and ESCA, but they're not exactly head-to-head matchups because nobody tries in CEVO. Anyways, point number 1, Elevate has just beat SKDC on season very recently. Elevate has a roster of the old gods, meaning they have a better raw talent team. They are more skilled players, but usually, like, I don't know, they just don't really care. I guess, like, it just seems like they don't come to play. And point number 3, SKDC are randomly good / randomly bad. They've had games where they absolutely dominate Lunatic after Lunatic just beat iBuyPower and Cloud9 and all these tier 1 teams, but then Lunatic loses to SKDC. My recommendation for you guys is skip. This is the high risk. It's not good payout for the team I would bet for, so I'm not betting on this at all. All right, and game number 2 is a best of 1 on season. Cloud9 versus Netcode Guides. Cloud9 is 2-3 in their last 5 matches, whereas Netcode is 3-2. In my reasoning number 1, ESCA is random, especially on maps like Season that not too many teams practice nowadays. Point number 2, Cloud9 has raw talent but has been underperforming for the last few weeks. Point number 3, Cloud9 has lost to tier 2 teams recently, and like, I do not want it to be a bad habit of them consistently losing to these tier 2 teams. So how I'm going to judge this game, guys, is either skip or wait until seeing how they perform versus Lunatic, and then bet small or medium on Cloud9 depending on they win. I really do not recommend just blindly betting on Cloud9 or netcode guides, as your odds of winning are not very high.